you know, our small clinic, because you are all going to be learning and picking something. So, I'm going to start with some of the things that we are going to do today, and then I'll proceed into other things. So the first thing that we're going to be doing today is we are going to be having our cervical cancer screening campaign, which I'm sure might be 90% the reason why a lot of you are here. Okay? So we are going to have that. However, please note that your cervical cancer screening campaign today is on a first come first serve basis. So some of the good people among you had already thought it fit to come up with a list as you came. So I would like to let you know that we are working with that list. I am reaffirming it again that we are going to be working with that list. So if your name is on that list, then yes, it means that you are on point. So please note, it's going to be the cervical cancer screening today is going to be on the first come first serve basis. We also have breast screening. So if you want to have breast screening alone, because the cervical cancer screening has a limit. For breast, we can do it, there's no limit to that. So if you want to screen for breast alone, you can do well to meet with Tosin, the person that just came to whisper into my ear. She's wearing a very fine clothes. Number one, if you are your period today, if you are your period, shout hallelujah. You are a fashion. You know that you are a fashion, they've not touched you. Please, tell us before we go and insert anything inside. I'm putting it as a disclaimer and we are going live. Please, we don't want to screen you if you are a fashion. So, if you know that you are a fashion, you've not done 20, you've not done mequeting, you don't know how that. Alright. If you know you've not done that before, we will screen you. You don't need to be screened at all. Eh? Which one is tip again? What is app? Hey, hello. See, if you have not had penetrative sex, you are still fashion. Give or take. Penetrative sex is the criteria because that is how HPV is excuse me? Yeah. Penetrative sex. Oh, even carpally. And you've not done vaginal sex, but you have done honors. Don't worry, I'll get to that one later. Alright. So, but basically, we want to use that broad criteria for our screening today. So the reason why we don't, for those that have never had sex before, I mean, if we open up, later they will say that it's Dr. Wale that disvirgined me. Please, I did not disvirgin you. You cannot put me anywhere. Okay? So please, if you have not had sex before, you are not sexually active. You know you are not sexually active. This test is not for you. Alright, so but then there are other things that you can do. So which brings me to the next thing. Breast screening is there. Everyone can get breast screening. So if you are here and you know that okay, I don't fit the criteria for cervical cancer screening, then let me jump to breast. Let me do my breast. There is enough space for everyone to have a breast screening today. Alright, for the S&P, some of you that your names are on the list, it's you are going to be having scaling and polishing. Our dentist is right here in the house. Yeah, can you please raise your hand? Our obstetrician and gynecologist, Dr. Rita, is going to be coming. She's going to be here by midday. She will be part of our panel session today. and then each and every one of you women that might have specific complaints that have to do with your reproductive system, you can ask questions as you want and as you would like. And then for others that are here that want to see doctors like myself, doctors like Aproko doctor who is on his way, doctors like other doctors that are still going to be here, our volunteers, you ask your questions. So we'll be here to do that. Then that leads me to the next thing that we're also going to be having. We are going to be having a session that is called CPR. Some of you, when you have noticed that if I faint now, this sister that is wearing red glasses, I know you cannot be able to rescue me back. You can. You know how to do it. Will you show me? Mouth to mouth first. Don't say you want to kiss me, that's why. She wants to kiss you. Alright, so beyond there are a couple of things that you still need to do. So we are going to learn CPR training today. All of you are going to live here with a life skill. So that if somebody is fainting, instead of you opening your Instagram live and say, you know what to do. Okay? So all of us, the medical team that is teaching us CPR or cardiopulmonary resuscitation, they are here. Even me, I'm going to be practicing some of my skills. Something that in case I feel I'm not fresh, I also use. You can't use me to practice, use something else to practice. Alright. So probably these are the things that we have planned for you today. So please, I want to let you know in between all of this, we are here actually we are here to actually learn, we are here to actually check ourselves, and we are here to actually improve our health knowledge. So without further ado, if there are any questions, you can feel free to don't meet with me. If you're on any form of drugs, any form of therapy, you need to let us know before you get screened. That is for those that are going to be screened, those that are going to be having cervical cancer screening today. So please take note of that. Thank you.
We are going to follow the list. We already have a number of people for cervical cancer screening. We already have a number of people for breast cancer. But I am going to see as much as possible. You can do breast cancer screening. You can do CPR training. CPR training is for everyone. I don't think she is here today without any kind of CPR. It can help you save lives. And you can see a doctor and you can see a oncologist. That is what I'm. I don't want the crowd, going to Oida, going to different people. I want to do this. I'm telling you what is already on ground. We already have the numbers for cervical cancer screening. We already have the numbers for dental screening. What everybody here can do, you could do breast cancer screening. You can undergo the CPR training. You can see a doctor. You can see a oncologist.
No, I have ultrasound scan on my eyes, so I'm when you are pregnant. So if you're pregnant, we will screen you. So if you are on the list, if your name is already on the list, if you want to see a gynecologist, the gynecologist will be here by midday. Alright, so you will have to be patient. So by 1. They will be here. She has a final session with us, and after the final session, she will resume her consultations with everybody. Okay? Alright. So, you are going to be on the supplementary list now. There are some other people that came that's also, what will happen is that tomorrow, this is going to be priority list. So we will most likely call you and tell you to come. We are not, that if you notice, we did not announce that people should register online again. Because we actually have over 6,000 people that registered for this screening. That's for the cervical cancer screening.
Anymore like that. We even have a dentist on ground. Dr. Wale.
Okay, so now that we seem to be very, very seated, it's as if you'll be able to hear me clearly. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? All right, very good. So we're going to be starting the screening, starting with cervical cancer screening, that's cervical screening, breast screening. Our partners at Quinta Health, they are right here. So before we begin, let's just do one thing. You're going to do one thing for me, right? Let's do this exercise. So everybody bring out your phones. Okay? Bring out your phones. Bring out your phones. You don't know if I want to give you gifts.
You have to pierce through. Oh, I love that word. I love that word. Pierce through. Okay. So the first thing is, number one, you are correct that it can be painful. Can be painful. It is not painful all the time. Can you hear me? It is not painful all the time. It can be painful occasionally. And I'll tell you two reasons why it can be painful. Number one reason is if you are anxious. The moment you are scared and you are anxious, it will be painful. I can assure you. The second reason why it can be painful is if you have maybe an underlying medical condition. Process as seamless as possible. If you have any problem with those screening with you, look for me. Don't shout on anybody who is screening, please. Everybody is here. People are overworked and they are tired already for the setup and all that we are doing. So if you have a problem with anybody, come and see me. Have problem with me, don't have problem with anybody that is screening for you. Thank you.
To have a record of my records. And I scored the goal. No, not at all, not at all. I can bet with you anytime. See what I'm going to bet. The record has always stand and also it's always there.
You guys, you always cause this problem.
Oh God, you're talking about that. Oh God, you're talking about that. Where is your work for? You know, say you got one side, but this guy you walk up very soon. This guy walk up, you know the way now. I'm not going to say. Jesus Christ.
Move back. Can you move back? Let's check. Okay. Is there any check you. No, what is it? Moses. Kazim, you're not here. Moses. Okay. So this guy is passed out too. Problem. I want to check whether he's breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy's not breathing. Can you just call an ambulance?
Okay, so I'm pumping the chest. Can you help me? You just decide what I'm doing now, okay? Okay, so you see one video. So I'm going to 3, 2, and 1. Carry on. Yeah. All right.
Can you move back, move back, move back? Don't touch him.
Can you continue the test compression? Hello, Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses. Oh, yeah. Okay, this guy's coming around. Let go. Mr. Moses. Mr. Moses. Okay. So can we just keep watching? Let's see what I done. Come around. Mr. Moses, are you okay? You okay? Okay, sorry. Okay, the ambulance is gone. Never come. Okay, so we have to take this guy to the hospital now. So now come here. Let's arrange to take him to the hospital. Any car or something.
Now, demonstrated there is a typical situation that happens when collapse. Now, collapses are becoming in the area. And what research is showing us is we all know how to resuscitate someone, just doing chest compression and giving them rescue breathing. Over 60% of the people that are dead today will be alive. That is a staggering, statistics. And we can see what's going on now. We have a lot of celebrities, we have, people around just collapsing and people do not know what they do. A typical thing that happened here now, 2 people arguing about football and one of them, just passed out. The first thing we need to look at is what has this person that was alive just now gone down. It could have been, maybe the person is electrocuted. It could have been that there's something dangerous that had happened. That thing that brought this person down can bring any other person down. So what I always advise is you have to be selfish when you see things like that. So you must make sure that you are safe. Look around, make sure there's nothing that can injure or harm you before you approach them. If the environment, then you can approach. And when you approach them, you want to check whether they are or there's something else that has happened. When I say whether they collapse, I mean you need to check. Put them in a recovery position. We will demonstrate that later. The recovery position is the position you put someone that they will not aspirate if they vomit. We'll show you how to do that in a minute. I did it just now. Now, if they then do not respond to your call and they do not respond to your touch, then you need to check that they are breathing. They are breathing. What you need to do again, put them in recovery position. However, if they are not breathing, it means that they are collapsed. You will notice that this say check for blood flow, because when you are in the community, it's hard for you to do that. You don't want to waste time. So as soon as you realize that they are not breathing and they are not conscious, you should do something now. I will always say, do not resuscitate someone on your own. You need to call for help. It could be a friend, it could be a relative, it could be someone around, then you call them. So, when you call them, you tell them what has happened. Somebody is collapsed. I am about to start chest compression. Please call for more help. And if there's AED is automatic external defibrillator. This is more like a route that we use to jumpstart the heart. Anyone can use it. You just need to have a basic training of it. Your brain will only survive without oxygen for 5 minutes, so you don't have much time. If you want to wait for a doctor to come to start doing that, how many doctors will get to you in 5 minutes if somebody collapses? Most likely, you'll be lucky to have one around you. So, good meet you all today, and I hope that we'll see you around here. We will have mannequins displayed here. We have enough staff to. For children, it's slightly different. Now, the cause of collapses in adults is usually a heart problem. Okay, but for a child with young heart, it's very unlikely that the cause of the collapse, if the collapse is the heart. So it's usually from the lungs. So what we tend to do for children is, and this is not only for children, even for people who drown. Because when somebody drowns, the problem is not the heart. Water is just fill the lungs up. So you have to deal with the lungs first. So when you approach them, after you confirm that they are not conscious and they are not breathing, instead of you to start chest compression, you give them 5 rescue breathing first. So you open their mouth and, if you do so, you open their mouth and seal your mouth around their mouth and breathe into their mouth. First time, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when you've done the 5th one, then you start chest compression after. So in children, the main thing I want you to remember is the first thing to do is not to start chest compression, is to give them 5 rescue breathing, then you start chest compression. I will make it simple. Do 30 compression, 2 rescue breathing. However, again, a child will start from the day old till they are 17, almost 18 years of age. So if you are still less than 18 years, you are a child. And then you can imagine somebody that is almost 18 years and somebody that was born today. There's a difference in terms of their chest. You won't put a child down and start whacking their chest like you whack the chest of an adult. You will just crush them and destroy all their organs, liver, spleen, everything. You crush it and kill them. So in order as you look at the thickness of the chest of this person, whether it's a baby or it's 17-year-old person, you look at how thick they are. So you are pressing like a third of the thickness. You are pressing, you can place in your hand and do like you're pressing about a third of the thickness of the chest. So those are the major differences that I want to, let you know. And then we'll talk about choking and things maybe later on. Thank you.
And then you sleep. No, once you brush, you can't sleep. No, in any issue breathing. Then you have question. Okay. Very much for that question. Question. Okay, so asking how do you know the good toothpaste to use? So when you go to the market, just set the bar. Okay, if it has fluoride, then yes, you're good to go. Alright? Thank you.
Hello.
here like this. But yes, here is very strong now.
And then when you're doing it, you make sure that the chest before, when you press down, allow it to fill up. So you're approximately you're looking at about 100 to 120 per minute. Okay? When you're doing like this, one, you'll be tired, two, that person will not come out because the heart needs to fill up and compress. So the idea is you're mimicking heart pumping. You understand? So you want to eject everything in the heart, fill it up, eject it, fill it up, eject it. That's what you do. Okay? Sorry. I'm not going to collapse in front of you.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Lawale Ogulano. You could call me Dr. Wales, and I am the co-founder of the 100K Club. And one of the things that we are trying to do is to eliminate health poverty, and we do that by translating health knowledge into action. That is what we are doing right now, especially with our women. We notice that cervical cancer is one of the most deadly cancers in women right here, and it's the fourth most dangerous cancer in women in the world. And for Nigeria, it is one of the most dangerous cancers in women. So we've embarked on a campaign over the last 1 year in this current calendar to screen 1,000 women. But in the last 2 years, we've screened even more than that for cervical cancer. And right now, we discovered that beyond screening for cervical cancer, there are still other things that we can do. So right here, we are screening women for cervical and breast cancer. We are teaching them about how to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR. That is, we notice that a lot of people lack because there is a gap in health knowledge. So we are trying to fill that gap by providing the right knowledge and giving them access to health access to doctors, to specialists, to dentists. We have a dental personnel on ground. We have a dentist on ground here to also do scaling and polishing and dental education for people that are right here. So we have hundreds of women that are right here with us, so many that we are trying to screen, but we need support. We've been doing this for the past 1 year on our own, but so many people have always come beyond what we bargained for. I mean, we only wanted to screen 1,000 women, and then we ended up seeing 6,000 registrations. We only hoped to screen 100 women today, but we have right now over 500 people that are right here on ground for screening. So we need support, and your support will definitely go a long way. Support will go a long way. So to any organization, governmental, international, what are you waiting for? The numbers are here. We know, we use, and we leverage our social capital to ensure that Nigerians can get better access to health. So there is no better time for us to invest and to support health than right now. So thank you very much once again. My name is Dr. Olawale Ogulano. You can call me Dr. Wales, and this is the 100K Club in partnership with Quinta Health and also other dental services and screening, and other people. We also want to thank our volunteers who make this possible, each and every one of them, to all our co-founders, to Tosin, to Aproko Doctor, to every one of our team members that make this happen. We say thank you. It's a big work that we are doing, but this can go a very long way.
My name is Dr. Femi Ogunremi. I'm the CEO for Monitor Healthcare Nigeria Limited. We're here today collaborating with 100K Club to do CPR resuscitation skills. So we know the value of CPR and resuscitation skills. These days, people collapse. There's been a lot going on around, you know, us in our country. Basically, you just hear somebody is collapsing and then we don't know what to do. And research is showing us that if we do the right thing, even more than 60% of the people who are dead today will be alive. So we know the value of this, and that's why we've come around to collaborate with 100K Club to enlighten and educate people on the, you know, how to effectively do CPR for people to survive. So we've done quite a few here today. The one I've been so excited about is the drama. I've been an artist today, dramatizing on how people collapse and how to resuscitate them. Of course, if you want to see that, you can go on our Instagram page, Monitor Health CA. All right, so now the goal is for us to teach people on what to do when somebody collapses, and then how to, you know, help them to increase the chance of survival in wherever we find ourselves.
I actually feel very, very good because of the care the volunteers actually did. So it was really, really, I enjoyed myself. It was actually comfortable, but it was stressful due to the crowd, but it was very, very fun.
So do you put on your appointment, like you get to do your breast screening and everything?
Yes, I was actually okay. I actually know I'm okay, but I just wanted to just confirm, you know. And the lady who did my dentals was like, my dentals are actually good. That she loved it, and I was actually happy. You know, it was giving me joy, like my name, Joy.
You love to come back here so that hear that maybe they are supposed to. Hello, my name is Tosi. I lead operations at the 100K Club, founded by Aproko Doctor and Dr. Olawale. And here we are today at our September cervical cancer outreach. We are not just doing only cervical cancer screening. We are also doing free SMP. We are also doing free CPR training for people, and people can consult with doctors and see a gynecologist, all for free. Today we have seen over 400 people, and this is just about, I think, 2 o'clock, and the crowd is massive. The energy is much. We need your donations, we need your contributions to do much more and all over the country. The challenges that we get to face here is we need money, we need donations, because we have a lot of people that are interested in doing these screenings, but because of limited funds, we can only do a certain number of people or screening a certain number of people per time. So yes, if we had more money, definitely we'll do much more. We can definitely do this in different states and maybe Africa at large.